Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Devajit, and in few minutes, we'll discuss how you can use Athena to query your application's load balancer in AWS. That means you can use Athena, Athena service to query logs of application's load balancer, so that you will see this kind of results. If you are the security engineer, security consultant, or cloud consultant, you'll be able to see the results like this way. And I can tell you this is very, very effective because the output is very comprehensive, right? You can see it is showing client IP, client port, and if you scroll to the right, you see all of the detailed informations about from which browser the requests are coming to your load balancer, and then in which target group and what the API. So in detail, you'll see every single steps, every single informations. So today we'll show you how you can configure the Athena with load balancer, so that the Athena can pull the required logs from load balancer and populate those kind of results. So to do so, this is the sample website. I shouldn't say it's a sample, it's a real website. So if I just hit the login, so let's say if I just again log in. So this is the login page, right? So that all of the requests are coming to the load balancer. If I go back to the AWS Management Console once again, I'll show you the load balancer configuration first. So we have already configured the load balancer, and at backend there's a EC2 running. So if I just go to EC2, and here in the instance running option, if I can click open, at this stage is only one application's EC2 running on the one app. This application running on the only one EC2, but that's okay. But now if I just go to the load balancers options, and this is the load balancer, we'll discuss how to configure. This is a cloud drive, and that is the load balancer DNS. So what we need to do, if you go to attributes sections options, and if you just go to edit and scroll down, you'll see there's an option called access logs. Okay. So all you need to enable these access logs, and these access logs will get stored in this particular S3 bucket. So I've already created that, but I'll also show you how you can create the S3 bucket and how the logs will get stored in that particular bucket. All right. So what I'll do that, I'll just cross it. Let's say I don't have any such bucket right now, S3, and let me create a fresh new bucket, and then we'll see how you can configure the ALB with the S3 mapping. So let me open another tab, and if I just go the S3 from there, just go to S3 options, click on S3, and let me create a fresh new bucket. We give it a name like ALB logs demo, something like that. Let's see. If I scroll down, just create bucket. Okay, this name maybe already exists. 001. What about that? If I go and create, yes. So now our bucket has been created, which is ALB logs demo 001. So inside that, if I just click open the bucket, I mean, I'm now into this bucket, and let me create a folder, okay, inside that, and put it a name like ALB logs, okay, something like ALB logs. and create the folder. So what I need that all of the load balancer logs will get stored inside that particular ALB logs subfolder. Okay. Just need to copy that and copy the S3 URI. You see this copy S3 URI. Just select and copy S3 URI. Go back and put it over here. So in this path, that particular log will get stored. Now, if I just save changes, there's a error, access denied, because some of the S3 bucket permission level issue. Okay. So how to mitigate this problem? S3 bucket permissions. So if I just go back to this bucket and simply go to Amazon S3, I'll show you what is the permissions you need to do for that. So if I just go to general purpose bucket and the earlier bucket that I've already configured, if you go to permission sections, you see that. So this particular JSON you have to put in your bucket. I mean, the bucket you have just created. Okay. So I'll tell you, I will explain what exactly this JSON all means. If I just go back to directory buckets once again, sorry, this general bucket. There we go to permissions and go to edit. So I'm going to make some changes in the bucket policy. All right. So this is the principle that the service elastic load balancing, the service will put objects, okay, in that particular resource. Okay, that is all about the particular policy all about. So now you see this ALB. So now our bucket is this one. I just want to replace the name by our bucket. And ALB logs is a prefix, the subfolder. If you remember that this is the subfolder that we have created there. And then this is the account ID same, and AWS logs is also okay. So if I just go by that and save it, and if I go back to the configurations, refresh the console once again, refresh the page, try to do again. This is the ALB logs. We just go to browse. This is our location. Yep, here we go. So now the permission problem has been fixed. So if you go back to S3 bucket, that the bucket we have just created, refresh a bit, refresh this page, LB logs, and here you can see there's a sample test file has been created. That means your configurations, the mapping between the load balancer and the S3 bucket has been successfully completed. That's the first step. Okay. So now the second step is go to Athena. If I just go to Athena now, Athena service. All you know that Athena is a the service, the serverless service offered by AWS, and this is a very good service where you have a kind of, you want to do a kind of analytics, but you don't need to have a big servers, provision servers like Redshift, but some of the temporary temporary analytics query, if you do, then you can use the Athena. And then in this Athena, this is the first Athena console. A couple of things you need to do if you are doing first time in Athena. All you need to do is go to settings options, and you need to select a S3 bucket where your all of the query results will get stored. Okay, that's the prerequisites for the Athena to configure to start with. So I've already mapped one of my bucket. It can be any bucket, S3 bucket for that matter. But it is needed so that all of the query will get stored there, And that is a kind of prerequisite. I've already done that. Yeah. So once your setting is done, so all you need to do, you need to create a database first, and then inside that you have to create a table. I'll show you the steps. So the first step to create database. So I can refer one of the blog post or repost from AWS. So very easy process. Create a database and give it a name of the database. If I just go back and sorry, what's that? Here. And give it a name ALB demo, for an example, and run the query. So your database has been created and it will come up something like here, okay, in the database sections. So now inside the database, I have to create a table. Okay. So there are documentations there. I will also paste this documentation link in the YouTube descriptions box so that you can refer this documentation for further use. So here, the table I'm going to create. And if I just go to the query editor, okay, and only certain changes you need to do. So your bucket name, S3 bucket name, and then access log folder path you have to define here. Okay, so that is something you have to do. So my bucket name is what? This is my new bucket name. This one, right? If I just click on that, this is my bucket name. Okay. So this is my first, this is my bucket name. Inside that, you remember that I have created a subfolder. So if you just go to this particular bucket and ALB logs, that is my subfolder. We have to define ALB logs. It's already there because the same name I have given. And then that is the locations where AWS will put the, all of the records. So let's start. Let's run this. So completed. Okay. So you see now inside the table, this tables has now many columns already created. So this is our site. Let's do, just try to hit many times. Let me log in. Maybe password mismatch, no problem. Let me do once again. So that's okay. Now, if I just check the query, so some of the data should be there now because I just did a couple of refresh to my applications. So all I can do, if I just add another window, select star from the database called ALB DB demo. Okay, some issue ALB table not found. Let me quickly refresh. Oh, so my bad. So let's start from LB access logs. So now see, because I just entered the database, not the table. So now you see, just now, whatever the request I made to the applications level, everything now got captured, and it is showing from which client IP the request is coming, and then which port is coming. Is very, very comprehensive, and you can have a further troubleshooting. So Athena can be a good tool for you for further troubleshooting. how, what are the GET requests, what are the POST requests, the kind of different API calls, informations there, and also more informations like if you just scroll down, you see the from the target port list. Okay, sometime we need that target status code 200, 400, etc. Because 400 many times because the password issue. So that's how you can create the Athena, and you can set up the configuration so that your Athena can pull the data from ALB. So all right, so now we'll see what are the sample queries that you can use in Athena, mostly related to the same like fine tune or specific query that you can call from the load balancer. So here's the link again. I'll share this link in YouTube description box, and you'll get it from there. So this particular documentations, AWS documentation, talks about the different sample queries that you can use. So here, the first one is pretty straightforward. It is a kind of count and limit 100. So I would like to, if you want to know, the ALB access logs, count, request, and client IP, just copy over here, copy from these options and put it here. And if you just run this query, so the output, it would look something like that. So you'll get count, request. These are all API request type, GET or POST, and from which client the requests are coming. So this is the very important one of the requirement. Most of the times I see from the customer, they want to know, the GET, put or POST kind of API, count, client IP. The next one, it is again, if you would like to know, if somebody is trying to connect from Safari or Chrome browser, so very specific to browser. So if you just go to here and simply run this query once again, and this query will return the value from which browser it's all Safari. So from how many requests are coming from the Safari and which URL it hits. And now if you want to see very specific error codes, let's say 500, 400, and it is again very important. One of the queries I see customer need, the customers they use. So let's say run, and then in the output you see, if I just scroll to little right, you see all of the status codes, 500. So you may refer this documentation. You can tune your query as per your needs. If you know the SQL, that's great. Otherwise, these documentations would help you a lot. So that's all from my side at this stage. Thanks for being here. So we'll upload this recording very soon on our YouTube channel. If you have any inputs and if you think that these are very useful and you need this kind of, level up topics, little advanced topic, then share your feedback as well. I will put all of the reference links in the comment box, in the description box, with the proper links, and then you will get access to it. Thank you.